Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie, Jessica.
What are we doing today, Mandy?
Well, today we're talking about mature people.
Mature heroines. Because you guys keep wanting mature heroines, so we figure there's typically 30 or older, and we've got a few for you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
Heroines are 30 or older.
Yes, they're mature. Okay, but before we start with our mature heroines, what you got?
Well, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button. We are trying to we have a lofty goal. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So we would love it if you haven't hit that subscribe button, if you would help us with that goal and hit that subscribe button. And we are doing our 26 books of 2026 because we love giving you guys books. And so we have a signed copy of Hell of a Show. Comment on last week's or this past week's 1 minute book recs to be entered to win. You only have a few days left though, because we will be drawing this on the 17th, that video. So that weekend, like this coming weekend, is your last chance to get entered to win this copy.
Okay. All right. You ready to talk about oldie moldy heroines?
Jessica.
I'd be considered an oldie moldy heroine, so yeah. I say that with all the love.
That's a weird thing to say.
No, it's not. Let's talk about them anyway.
Okay.
Heroines who have some mileage on them. Okay, so the first one that I have is one that I actually did a reread of last week. And then I was like, oh, she qualifies, which is great. I love it when I actually write these things down in my notes and I can know that what we've got coming up and I can be like, yes, this one. So this one is The Half Orc's Maiden Bride by Ruby Dixon. Our heroine in this book is a 30. She's considered a spinster because of it. This is Ruby's fantasy world, her romantasy world. And so this one, it's I think it's technically a novella, but it's honestly as long as Ruby's Ice Planet Barbarian book. So I don't know. Anyhow, this is about Anthe and Agakar, I think is how we say his name. So Anthe is the daughter to this well, he used to be a rich landowner in this world, and she is 30. She's actually built bigger. She's built broad shoulder. She's just broad. She's taller than most of the men around, and so she's never really had a suitor. She's never really, the people look at her funny because she is so big, and she's very self-conscious about that. Not that she's overweight. She's just built big, and so her sisters have been married off. It's like a thing, and now she is home with her dad, and her dad has squandered all their money away. Like they're destitute at this point. And so he arranges a match for her, and he tells her, I'm taking you to meet your husband. Now she's excited because she wants to be a mom. She wants to have a family. She wants to be a wife. She wants to be useful. She wants to run her own household. And so she's very, excited about this. But as the days progress, as they're traveling, she realizes just how far away they're getting from her dad. And she also knows, or from where they live. And she also realizes that, like, instead of her dad paying a bride price, the guy that she's marrying paid her dad for her. And that's abnormal. And so she's like, something is not quite right. So when they finally get to the keep where she is going to be the lady of the household, she realizes what's not quite right, because the man that she's going to marry is half orc. And that's the whole thing. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's really fun. I really enjoyed this one. He doesn't care because he's bigger than her. So there you go. He makes her feel tiny for once in her life. It's a thing.
Okay. I just want to point out that all of our mature heroines that you're making fun of and calling oldie moldy and having a lot of mileage are still younger than you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, totally aware.
Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I say those things in jest. It's funny. It's fun. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So younger. That does not give you the right to make fun of my age. And I'm going to tell you what, in a few years from now, when I'm 49 and that 50th birthday comes, don't even. Because I'll just be crying on camera all the time. I'm already warning you right now.
You're going to cry?
We're not talking about it. It's just going to happen. End of story.
I already have your birthday cake picked out. I
I
sent
don't
it to
want it.
Karen. Karen told me to order it now.
They need that many years to make it? Really?
No, I don't think it's going to be that complicated.
I also would like to
It
really
is the
point out that
best cake
what
ever, though.
goes
You're going to love
around
it.
comes around. So you just keep that in mind.
If you bought me this cake, I would be over the moon delighted.
Uh-huh. I just remember my mom saying that 50 was hard for her.
We're going on a trip together. Remember where it said it's not going to be book related? We said we're just going to take a trip.
Oh, I remember something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff might have a problem with that. He's going to have to come.
Well, like, oh, we could bring our husbands. And then we can make them film content.
Honestly, that doesn't sound like a fun trip to me. So
No, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna go on a
film
trip.
content.
I do not want to film content. So this is my thing, and Mandy knows this. I
Oh my
hate
gosh.
seeing the people who
Well,
are out
welcome
there.
to another rant video.
Yeah, welcome to a rant. I don't like being that person. Like the people filming their content in the airport as everybody's trying to walk around them, and I don't like being that person. I refuse. Stop making me do it.
When have I ever made you do that?
You do every time. You're like, I have a list of shorts for us to put together whenever we go anywhere. And I'm like, God, can't we just go and enjoy each other? I say that to you every time. And then I'm like, fine, I'll do the damn short with you.
Okay, who made who stand at the top of an escalator?
Because you're constantly wanting shorts. And I was like, well, I guess I'll throw one in here. This one's easy. So my one compared to your 45 is a different story.
I have showed you some and you're like, that looks like fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, they're typically the ones that are not in public.
No, I rarely do anything in public.
I don't
But
like doing
somebody does want a video of us skipping through the airport holding hands, and I think we need to make that happen.
SeaTac Airport is a little too busy for that. Okay, let's talk about your next book.
Okay.
Okay.
And by making them film content, I was thinking about the thing about like where it's like, why are these two guys following us around?
Yeah, we have to do that one. I mean,
Yeah.
but the thing is knowing our husbands, like my husband in particular, he doesn't realize like there's a zoom on a camera, and so we'll be like this big, and you'll be just seeing like everything else, or like it'll be of the ground and not of us, and it just nothing ever. He's not good. He's not good.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be funny, and then, but I mean, we have a few years to plan this.
A few years, yeah.
Okay. So now that we're done talking about the mature heroine on this video, we will go into the book ranks.
It's all good.
It's funny because you're only a couple months older than me.
Yeah, it's barely. I was like, maybe I should count the days out. It's for next year, so we know. And then I realized that like winter's coming, and that means that my birthday's coming. Then again, Jeff just turned 60. So like I'm a baby compared to him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's an elderly hero.
My question to him was, can we use your what's the discount they get? Your senior citizen discount now? Like,
yeah.
Can we apply that? Because I know you
she
could
put
have
that in her husband's birthday video message. That was her shout out to him.
Love you. Can we use the discount now? Because when you turn 55, there's certain places that'll take it too, and he wouldn't let me use it then. I'm like, well, now we're going to.
If we asked him, he would pick mine as the better one.
I'm sure he'd pick his sister's. Anyhow, keep going.
No, I wished him that the Bills would win the Super Bowl this year.
But you weren't the only one that did that.
What the fuck? Somebody else copied me?
All of his cousins are like, go Bills, we'll see where Bills are going to do this, Bills are going to do that. And I'm like, is that all they do? Talk about the Bills?
See, I fit right in. Well,
yeah, you fit right in.
I mean,
well, they're all getting ready to go on this trip. So
the other day, the both of you were messaging me at the same time. Jeff sending me all these pictures of the new stadium, and you're asking me random questions. And I'm like, I wonder if they're sitting by each other, texting me at the same time. And I have no idea.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about your first one.
Okay, let's dive into my first mature heroine.
Mature heroine. Okay.
Now that our ratings have bombed.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Say You'll Stay by Corinne Michaels. If I remember correctly, the entire Hennington Brothers series has mature heroines, but I could be off on that. So this is book one, and we have Presley. Presley's husband, so trigger warning, Presley's husband has committed suicide and has left her with a ton of debt. And just kind of like an oh my gosh feeling in the world. And so she is forced to sell off their things, pack her kids up, and move them back to Tennessee. And she has to live with her family for a while. And she, of course, is going to run into Zach right away. And Zach was her high school sweetheart. And he left her basically for pro baseball, if I wrote that down correctly. And the two of them have maybe some unresolved feelings towards each other. But also, Presley's whole world has just been turned upside down. And Zach is almost engaged to someone.
Mm-hmm.
So, there we have it.
Okay. All right. Well, my next heroine is 45. So she's definitely mature. So
Still younger than you.
By a year, bite me. Okay, so this one is called Second Best Again, and it's by Reagan Salinger. So this is about our heroine who is Sage, and she has been with this guy for 20 years or 15 years or however long it's been. They've never gotten married. They have a 14-year-old son, but they've never gotten married. Like, they've been engaged for years and years and years. And a lot of it is just because they were going to get married before they had their baby, and then something happened with that, and they were going to get married right afterwards, and then just didn't, like there were all these excuses as to why it didn't happen, but they've been in a committed relationship for all these years. Well, she finds him one day. She goes to surprise him, and she finds him having lunch with another woman, and it comes out like she sees him walk by with this other woman, and he's got his arm around her, and she's like, who is, like, she knows who it is. It's somebody he works with, but come to find out, he has been having an affair for the past 2 years. Their 14-year-old son found out 2 months ago and has been just eating himself alive with how to tell his mom and what to do, and it's been really hard on him. And so she's now finds herself 45. She's been a stay-at-home mom for all these years. She has, she's kind of in that same boat that a lot of us would be in if this were to happen. Like, your whole life is wrapped around your son and this person that you've thought you were in love with all these years, and they've completely devastated you. And so that is when she leaves both of them. She tells her son, I'm not gonna be gone forever, but I need to put my life back together. And she goes to, I think, Scotland, if I remember right. Yes, because she finds herself a Scottish hottie. So she goes to Scotland to find herself, and then we see her healing, and we see someone else come into the picture, and we see some things going down. So that's that one. That one's a good one. So
Okay.
okay.
Next, I have one I read a while ago because I apparently forgot to write down mature heroines in my trope book for like basically all of 2026.
Cool.
I grabbed like two as I was like, I had to have read some mature heroines this year. But anyways, so taking it back a little ways, I have Bred by A. Anders, and I'm pretty sure I've used this in a breeding video before. So we have Kit, who is 40, and Kit is just getting divorced from her cheating husband. She's trying to run this bar restaurant type thing, and she's really, really wanted to have a baby, and she's 40, so she's like, the clock is almost done ticking. Like, I have to do this now. So she is looking into other ways to do this. But those all come with a lot of expenses that, due to this divorce, she doesn't really have the money for this. And then Jake walks in, and Jake is there to kind of check up on her. Her brother has sent him. Jake's an ex-con, and he is also a chef. So, and she needs a chef, so he agrees to stay and help her run the place for a little while. But he also agrees to get her pregnant, and they set up a lot of rules for this. So, couple of really good tropes in this one. I can't believe you haven't read this yet, Jessica.
No, I haven't. Okay. The next one I have is a heroine who's in her.
So cold.
Well, go get a thicker blanket. The next one I have.
August.
Turn your heat on. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
August. Why is it so cold?
Can I talk about this now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, go get a beanie. Put a beanie on your head. Keep that heat in. So, this one is Losing Neverland by Evelyn Montgomery. This is a Peter Pan retelling. Our heroine is in her late 30s. She has two teenage daughters. They're twins that were 17, and they have just left for college. She had them when she was about the age of 17 as well. So she is a younger mom to 17-year-olds, but she's still a mature heroine. And so she is our Wendy. And she left Neverland after being with Peter because some things had gone down. And she's now in the Darling house. She's living her life. She's like just kind of when this book starts out, she's in the girls' room, or she's in her room, she's in somebody's room, when she feels a presence behind her, and she knows immediately that it is Hook. Well, he takes her and takes her back to Neverland. The thing is, the twist in this book, and you find it out very, very, very like within that first chapter when this happens, is that Peter and Hook are the same person. Hook is like an alter ego to Peter, and when he loses his innocence, that is when he became Hook. And so there's a lot of like her trying to bring him back, the person that she knew, but she's the one who hurt him in the first place. She's the one that turned him into this. And it was a very good book. That's all I'm going to say, because it's really hard to talk about it, but she's older. She's good. Oh, you did put on a hat. That's not the kind of hat I was talking about, Elmer Fudd.
Well, it's the hat that was in here. This is the lumberjack hat.
I know, but it looks like an Elmer Fudd hat. That's why I haven't worn mine yet. It looks adorable on you, but it just reminds me of Elmer Fudd. I will wear mine too.
I have to be
When winter
careful
comes.
because I have that bruise.
Yeah. Okay, what's your next book?
Okay. Oh crap! I didn't.
Of course not. You were too busy playing with your hat.
Be nice to me. My next one is a recent release, and that is Unexpected Shot by Shel Sloan. This is her Making Golf Sexy book, and it is a hoot. I love this one so much. So this is a really good one. And our heroine is 35. So we have Shelby. She's 35. She is a pro golfer. And we also have Bo, that is a pro golfer as well. The two of them do not like each other at all, but they have a thing in common. Shelby's best friend is Bo's sister. Bo and his sister are very close. And so therefore, they end up around each other quite a bit. And they have like such great banter that you can tell that there is some sort of like sexual tension going on between the two of them. Well, they accidentally end up living by each other on a golf course, but Shelby is struggling with her golf game. Her grip is off. She hurt her shoulder. She's come back from this injury, and she's trying to learn a new grip that will allow her to still be the great golfer that she is, but also protect her from like re-injuring her shoulder. Her and Bo end up being forced by their agent to play in a tournament together in Vegas, and they may end up getting married. So lots of fun tropes in this one. I don't think I've ever read a book about pro golfers, but this is good. And Shell actually golfs herself, so her golf references are accurate, as far as I can tell by somebody who drives a golf cart a lot. Meaning my son golfs a lot, and I go frequently with him. Like I've spent a good chunk of my summer driving a golf cart, which I absolutely love. Like it's fun to spend time with them, because usually teenagers don't really want to hang out with their moms a lot.
No.
But I'm that magic. I'm mature enough that I can rent the golf cart at the golf course.
There's some perks come with that maturity, that's for sure. So, okay. The next heroine I have in the next book is 42. So again, she's not in her 20s. She's not a spring chicken anymore. So this, but I am still a spring chicken, by the way. I do not feel like I'm.
I don't understand why you keep throwing all these daggers at these heroines.
Because you know what? We're all in that same boat. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so this is Bone Mangler by Katie Landry. This is a novella. Oops, I think I just knocked you. Did I knock you out?
I think I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still here, but I minimized my thing. We blow it up so we can see ourselves, and for some reason it made me small again. I don't know.
Oh, I
Okay.
got a really great view of your thumb. Thank you.
Cool. That was me expanding. Okay. So, this is about Polly. Like I said, she's 42 and her son is in college. And about a year prior, her husband, who was an attorney, filed for divorce, and he was a crooked asshole. And he basically took everything. He left her with nothing. He had one of the other attorneys in his firm that he was having an affair with, and he has since married her. And so Polly lives in an apartment that's just kind of run down. She's barely making it. Like, he doesn't, like, she's been a stay-at-home mom with her son for all these years, and now she's out on her own. And so she's trying to make ends meet, and she finds an ad in the paper, which she finds very interesting because, like, no, people don't put ads in the paper anymore. But she finds an ad in the paper for someone to work in this house, and she has to go, like, it's at a mechanic shop. And so she goes to answer the ad. It's a little vague, and come to find out the ad is for an MC. And the guys in the MC put an ad into the paper for basically a free use girl for the MC president. And Polly is so cute. She's like, all right, I'll do it. Because she just, it's a live-in position. She'll, cook and clean and take care of everything as well. And she's already been doing that. Like, she's a great cook and she's a good mom and she knows how to run a household. And so, yeah, she's going to get a little sex on the side, a lot of sex on the side. And so that is where she meets Abraham, who is Bone Mangler. His bird name is Bone Mangler. And she becomes his free use girl. And I love this one so much because it was cute, because Polly is like, she's like the typical soccer mom, and yet she's walking in. Are you gonna look at me, or are you just gonna focus on what you're doing?
I was looking at my notes,
Oh,
and
okay.
Goodreads has been really being weird lately and changing the dates of when I read stuff, and I don't understand it.
Interesting. Anyhow, she's just kind of like this whole, like, like Pollyanna kind of situation. And then he's this hardened biker. And then, like, they're out for a walk one day and she's like, oh, look at this tree. And he's like, yeah, cool, bend over. And she's like, okay. And she just, like, it's hilarious, but at the same time, totally get it. So, loved it. It was cute.
And she's a mature heroine, and she's just bending over in the middle of the road.
Yeah, she'd be like, okay, Mr. Bone Mangler. They're out in private area, but
Oh.
yeah. It's really good. You should pick it up. It was interesting. Can't take it too seriously, but I enjoyed it. So,
okay.
Yep.
All right. So my next mature heroine, I didn't write her exact age down, but they met in college and they've been friends for like 13 years. So she's got to be at that 30-ish mark, somewhere above 30, I believe. I just wrote down mature heroine.
Okay.
So, okay. And that is Reckless Love by Willow Astor. I love the Single Dad's Playbook. I had it in a while on here. So if you haven't read the whole series, go check it out. It's great. So we have Ellie and Rose. They met back in college and they made a pact that they would always stay friends. And they've honored this through lots of trying different times, and just have really, like, stuck with each other and helped each other through difficult times. So Rhodes has a young child, and Ellie is his son, is her godson. Like, this is how close that they've stayed. And a lot of times I don't like friends to lovers because, like, the whole, like, like, how have you been friends this whole time and then all of a sudden that now you decide that you like each other differently? Like, it just kind of, it has, like, I don't know. But this one really worked for me because there are some flashbacks. So if you want a mature heroine and you never see her a little bit younger, because it does go back to college a few times, then this would not be the book for you. If you're okay with some flashbacks, then this just, I feel like, really, the flashbacks build the story for why it took them so long to get to where they are. So what else do I say? Yeah. So I'm drawing a blank on what I want to say next. There's a really funny scene in here that I wanted to bring up, and so I'm just going to tell you guys about that. So in the book, there is a funny part where he gets in the car with her. She's driving and she had been listening to an audiobook, and it's a very, like, spicy scene, and she can't get it to turn off, and it is hilarious because it's that, that whole panic when you panic and nothing's coming together. I have rambled. I am really sorry. She's a mature heroine. The book is fantastic. Somebody
Okay.
cut my mic.
I don't have that ability. Okay, so the last book that I have on my list is they don't actually tell us how old she is, but I figure she has to be at minimum 30 because she's had a child, she's gone to school to be an embalmer, like, and he's got a couple of kids. She's got to be there. She's got to be there. But anyhow, so this is Bone Deep by Rachel Chadwick. Why is this not going over? Never mind. Hold on. Fingers aren't working today. So Bone Deep by Rachel Chadwick. This is a dark romance. Definitely check triggers. But this is about Lavana, and she works as a mortician at this mortuary, and her expertise is children and babies, and she got into this business because she lost her own child, and it was really hard on her, but at least this way she feels like she can give back a little bit, and she can do right by these kids that die way before they should. And so one day she's at work and she decides that she's going to go outside for a smoke break. And so she goes outside and she sits on this bench where this man comes and sits next to her. And it's kind of like a memorial garden kind of area, if I remember right. And he sits down next to her and they have a conversation. And she finds out that his child is buried out there, and that she realizes that she probably worked on his child at some point in time, and which is really kind of hard for her, but she realizes that. They exchange numbers. They end up having a one-night stand, but then they decide that they're just going to be friends. And he's also a widower. His wife has passed away as well, and so they start dating. But again, nothing is as it seems in this one. And I did say it was dark, but I'm not gonna. You'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
My last one is called Everything She Ever Wanted by Liz Durano. And so this is a reverse age gap. So Harlow is a pediatric transplant surgeon, and her husband also works in a similar field, and they've gotten divorced, and or they're getting divorced. It's one of those, I can't remember if it's dragged on for a long time or if they actually are officially divorced or not at this point. But he has worked very hard to tarnish her reputation at the hospital that they work at. So she has packed up everything and has left, and is kind of doing like a traveling doctor type thing. And now she is in New Mexico for a little bit, and she gets a house rental. She goes to the house and is like getting settled in and everything. And there's this guy that shows up, and he thinks it's his place. So he's making himself at home. And he is shocked when he finds her there. She's shocked that he's there. It's a big mix up. They work through how all of that happened. But he really likes her. And she is older than him. And she's still dealing with all of this stuff. But the two of them kind of start to fall for each other. And when I said she's a little bit older than him, it's 13 years.
Hmm, that's
So
quite a bit.
those reverse age gap readers, that one might be one for you to check out too.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, there you go. There's all your mature heroines.
Yes.
Yep. Do your thing.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for all the ways that you support us. You can support us through channel membership. You can support us by just liking and commenting, and of course, subscribing. And you can also check out our Amazon link below. I did want to say, I logged in the other day to watch your rant video. I had not seen it. So I logged in under my personal YouTube to watch it. And then after it was done, another one of our shorts just popped up, and it was the blind date where I had the bog looking bag. And I pulled out erasable colored pencils. And so YouTube tagged that with like a shopping link for erasable colored
Weird.
pencils. It made me laugh so hard. So those things, like, we have different ways that we can earn some money on YouTube and like their affiliate programs, but YouTube does all that tagging and stuff. We don't do that. So just wanted people to know that, like, I did not go in and tag erasable colored pencils into our video. But
No.
if you ever see one of those tags and you are so inclined to make a purchase by following that link, we appreciate it. We we see very little money from what we do on here. So every little bit like just helps us maybe pay for like a ticket to go to a book event or that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We don't make a lot. We're small on here. So I just didn't want people to be like, what the hell is going on? Like,
yeah. And I think that people, just so everybody, that's literally where our money goes, is maybe to like a day in a hotel on one of these trips. We don't make enough to take paychecks or anything. It's just,
well,
we
and
don't.
there's two of us. So when you think about the amount of money that we make, and then like if we buy tickets to an event, we have to pay that twice. And so yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
this isn't to like make anybody feel bad that we're not making money. We
No,
started this
we
channel
just
for
want you guys to
fun.
know where that is. Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
nice when we can buy a couple tickets to a book event and not
Yep.
have to pay for that out of pocket. I
Yep.
just didn't want people to be weirded out by why like random tags sometimes show up on our videos. So it is a
Yeah.
way you could support us, but we just appreciate everybody watching our videos. And of course, like being a subscriber is like the biggest thing that you can do to really help us. We
Yes.
love that. So thank you guys so much for supporting
Yep.
us on our
Yep.
journey.
Yeah, all that stuff. So thanks again, guys. If you miss us this week, there'll be 2 more videos to click on at the end of this video. If you haven't watched them already, go ahead and do that. And then we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, and I forgot to say, you can always check back
Oh.
on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and sometimes Wednesdays for new videos from us.